But Story, he's the guy who stands to make the play right now. FaZe up and past him on the first three, sure. He springs the trap and Brokey knocked out of the pistol round. Mutiris next in line. Will he find Glory as well? Flashed off the angle.
They're running him down. Robs can't wait forever. He needs to activate. The Story's already come back to help inside of the site. Frozen finds that first entry. Mutiris overwhelmed, but there's the backstab from Robs with high value. FaZe come running to your face. Aros DOS a long way from home, and FaZe are heading towards that B site.
First round you get to play, and Aros DOS left up in a 1v3. Lengthy rotate all the way around the world, and now back again into this B site. Aros DOS, they've heard him, they know where he's coming from. Set up back in the spawn. Two players ready to face him at the site. There should be no way into this, but Aros DOS, it's full of surprises. Just Carrigan left to beat now. That's the veteran, that's the guy at the helm of FaZe Clan, and he's playing it composed, backed off towards the spawn. Aros DOS goes looking, sees him, running out of time now. That's the big concern, and so it's a damn good try, but Carrigan.
But he may be avoided entirely in the second round if FaZe commit with their setup. Long smoke down and mid taken. UJerks calls that rotate off.
Oh, takes the early fight. Frozen receiving end of that M4, but now they've spotted it. They know there can't be many of those in play. So they're going to try and dodge UJerks, but in doing so, they play right into this sAw stack. Carrigan, guy showing up with a point to prove. Wins that first clutch in the pistol, and now has opened up this A play. The captain leads the charge. The rest of FaZe move in behind him. They've got to get past Mutiris. They've dealt with the rest of his team, and Mutiris on borrowed time is run down.
Seeing some very aggressive rounds for Robs already, just a 2 in, right? He enters with the pack, trades out that kill. FaZe play that to perfection. They never jump the gun. A reassuring look from FaZe, despite walking into a 4-man hold.
I mean, this is where FaZe do their best work, right? Or at least that's always been the case. We've kind of seen them end that insane streak they began the year on heading out of the last season. So here, trying to re-establish themselves as a team to be title contenders, trophy contenders. And so they want to start strong in a series like this, one where it's very, very safe to say that sAw are the underdogs. UJerks, not a bad way for this to open. That's that hero M4. He's even getting aggressive. UJerks wants a little bit more out of this.
2 guns down, and bomb is late. There's a shot in this round for sAw.
Yeah, suddenly it gets interesting here.
Are they here in time as FaZe lay up the util to pop this site?
Backstab in from Aros DOS, and Roman tucked in. They were going to try and bait for him. Instead, it's all UJerks on for the ace in this round. Rain's got to be the guy to stop it, and he can't. They pincer him. An early surprise victory for sAw.
You were ready to write FaZe off, right? As soon as you see that 4-man rotation. But they make it interesting, and still the block of the smoke for Roman, perfectly timed.
You never know how certain individuals are going to take to playing on a stage like this for the first time. Sometimes, sure, it causes you to crumble. It's very, very foreign.
And that's how sAw got here in the first place, right? They've had an incredible year of highs and lows. But here in Cologne, when expectations were rock bottom, they stood up tall. They've upset their way every single day. So let's see if they can do it against FaZe.
Util in, Aros DOS doesn't want to give up this ground. Hollowed ground for FaZe Clan as everyone is churned up, trying their hand at the fast A play. Trying to do a bit of a pace switch there. Hit sAw straight back, but it doesn't pan out. And all throughout those groups, it was kind of the 3 younger players for sAw, Aros DOS, Story, and UJerks, who were really leaving a lasting impact, and they've at least started strong here to open up this quarterfinal.
Yeah, big 3K from Aros DOS after the attempt on the pistol round as well. UJerks with a 4K on an eco win.
Once more, they're going to try and get past over here on short. Carrigan leads that battle through, but Aros DOS, along with Mutiris, they find the captain of FaZe Clan, knock him out of the round early. Now Mutiris continues to streak them together here. They're closing the distance. This smoke's down. Will he be able to deny that bomb? Oh, just lining up for him. Rob's left up in the clutch. This could be his moment. 2 quick kills found from the front man. Rob's swinging on wide, but Mutierrez puts a stop to it.
And even Mutierrez hedging his bets, making a guess, and it looks like it's on the money. Oh dear, missed smoke from Carrigan.
That's less than ideal. They're going to try and just go through anyway with the flashbang, but there's a lot of bodies here for the sAw squad. They don't even know about Roman yet, but he can't get a bearing. Mutierrez smoke spams treated him well in the past, but he doesn't want to risk throwing away that 3v4. You're still in with a chance right now. Tries to slow it down, wait for reinforcements to arrive. Brokey says no. And says sAw might never even get the opportunity to look into this one. Losing Mutierrez like that just leaves them too high and dry. There's too much to risk, too much to lose here if you go for this round. And so it's not a call you enjoy having to make if you're sAw. But they have no choice but to bow out of this and give respect to FaZe Clan.
Yeah, I think it was Brokey miss a smoke, but it doesn't stop FaZe from just committing with the run and gun on Rain. Those 2 Tech-9 opening kills have resounding consequences.
Story's getting active on this AWP right off the top of the round. Looking for anything he can down through middle, but with those smokes in, nothing for that Story AWP to find. Instead, Roman, this is him trying to bring himself back into the game. He's certainly had chances over these last few rounds, but getting a bit aggressive now is Roman! Ouch! And that might reignite the fire! Quick double kill down Banana, and sAw put in pole position. 5 on 3.
Going to get a chance to re-smoke that B-bomb site. He's holding it for a few more seconds, just trying to squeeze every bit of value out of the one piece of util. U-Jerk's rotating through, and sAw call the bluff. They see a mid-smoke, they walk right through.
Yeah, Mutierrez has made the play that might just steal this entire round, and any hope of winning it off of FaZe Clan. He's right here, on for the backstab. Turnaround from Rops is blocked, and now the rotates arrive to lend a helping hand to Roman. It's
nice, though.
It's just Rain.
TikTok.
10 seconds. Time is not his friend here. Experience might not be enough to save him as Rain off that bomb is run through. Arosdos powers up through that smoke.
Yeah, they just call it 3-2-1. I heard him tap. Let's at least swing it together, whatever we do. And there's still a 3rd player to stay alive to win the round off of time. Perfect play from sAw, even though it gets a bit messy. Rain trying to make these rounds interesting on his own, but that feels like all we can rely on, him and Rops. sAw, almost everyone's had their moment.
And I think initially, the eye test sAw.
Look at this setup. These always are so potent. The 50-50 angles with 2 players. sAw will surely get something from this setup, but FaZe are coming through in numbers. Headshot is clean. Brokey hits a shot, but Arosdos gets a second lease on life, and he will take 2 before it's all said and done. FaZe getting slaughtered.
So once more, it's another one of these impossible 1vx's. Frozen. They've got him trapped in a box here, but you don't want to give this guy too many chances. 2 quick kills out of the way from Frozen. He's going to go back and hunt for this banana flank. Right now, sAw have been super aggressive. That's how they've looked to win most of these rounds. And so he's accounting for that. He's hoping that Roman gives him the kill to break him back into this one.
Roman doesn't jump the gun again, though, even though he hears that step.
Oh, he's seen Mutierrez.
Yeah, that info is only one way, though. So Mutierrez is right now being hunted.
Something could be building here. Someone needs to put a stop to Frozen. He knows Mutierrez made it into the T apartments, trying to sneak by, and that'll be Frozen's demise. All right, let's see if FaZe can bring that gold luck with them into this round. Fast out towards the long side. They're already past Arosdos. They are going quickly into the CT spawn, trying to cut the head off the beast before it even arrives. Mutierrez dead in rotation, and Story's AWP knocked down as well. FaZe have bought the heat. And just like that, they're right back in this thing.
Yeah, just a flex round off the back of the pause, taking some time, and a complete pace change for FaZe.
And so if they can find 5 down the tail end of their T side, that gives them a real fighting chance here in the second. If you're sAw, you want to do everything in your power to not give them this final round, to feel like you go into that second half sporting a convincing lead and one that you didn't let FaZe back into. Fast takedown through middle, sAw playing real ballsy, and they were not ready for it. Robs expects a little more respect. So Rain's at least there to level the playing field. But not the start they wanted. You lose a serious piece of the puzzle here, having Robs knocked out of the round. Get a group up at Banana. FaZe had a rough hand dealt to them to open this up. sAw thriving. And now they even lose Frozen as that first man in. Karrigan's going to tag in the molly. He decides to battle forward, and that's exactly what Roman wanted. sAw have now fully rotated around. ujerx holds the back line, and they want to do good on that 8-4 half they were gunning for. They don't want FaZe to feel any sort of confidence heading into this second half, and they could try and strip that all away right now. If only they could get past Rain, but they can't. Rain has done everything to keep FaZe alive on this T side. Is he ready for ujerx? He's not, so now Broky's got to stand and deliver in the clutch. First shot misses, doesn't have hot hands right now, does Broky, and he can't pick it up. Mutiris walks it home. sAw off to the races to open up in the Cathedral. FaZe have got to play catch up here. They've got to put their best foot forward to open up this second half.
And I would say they've got to do it quick, but FaZe can win from any score, and they have to show that today as the favorites. Rob's aggressive look in this series starts off with a lot of information, and that's going to change the round entirely. sAw call it off. The bomb was going into apartments. Now stoic, and still sAw await a reaction. Do FaZe want to bring any more heat to this pistol round? It looks just reactive. Smoke ready to go. Broky spotting mid.
Bit of a mind game there. Karrigan calling the bluff of Story. He knows he's here trying to draw that util out. When they see him walking in, you have no choice but to drop it.
This smoke, though, it hits the glass. Story can actually creep through. Wait, he's going to go for it. Meanwhile, apartments pop coming in. Broky stops the mid-man, but can he let them out of the apartments? Can he let them into the site? Or does he want to wait for reinforcements? Broky tries to be the hero. Denied again by sAw, on for a 3-piece, akin to last pistol. And Story just toying with him, wasting Frozen's time, and he'll put him on ice. Some uncertainty for FaZe, and they can't afford to be anything but decisive in a game where sAw are chomping at the bit to try and take a victory and take down another top dog in Cologne. Flash play for FaZe back into Banana, but despite the jumping dink, it shouldn't get out of control, you'd like to think.
Managed to get past Frozen. Quickly forget about that dink earlier on, as now, yeah, it is just one man, Robs. Left over towards this side of the map. Everyone else from FaZe rotated away, and so it's Robs, 5-7. Oh, nothing for FaZe Clan.
Yeah, and it felt like Robs was, playing pretty nice in that first half. He was not playing super late like we've seen him on T-sides. He was willing to get involved, but there was just no real firepower behind this FaZe squad. Broky, cold hands, frozen feet. And sAw slow and steady into this B bomb site with a flank to put a lid on it. This is double digits, like it or not.
Stage blindness there for Roman. Oh, another kill goes back the other way. Don't want to make this too expensive. sAw now falls as well. How's Broky making this interesting? He comes into this with a P250. Oh, the follow-up shot to Mutiris just falls short. And so sAw, they will get the conversion they were hunting for. They will pick up the round, but it comes at quite the cost. It's something that teams that face FaZe when they have them in this position know all too well. You have to look no further than back at the Liquid matchup to decide who made it into these playoffs.
Oh, that's going to stop everything, though. 4v5 down as they try and enter. That was a commitment with sAw lurking, and now he needs to come up with results. Yeah,
he's the guy who's meant to kind of open up that second chance for sAw in the round. sAw has had a fantastic debut on the Cologne stage, but he gets mollied out. He gets shunned away. So now they're set up nicely for this top mid take. 3 players ready to stop the top mid push. sAw just did a lot of damage to Rops. Spammed him through the apartments, and that has dismantled the boost. Right now, only 1 man out in top middle, but that bomb is heading away. It looks like sAw already write this round off. sAw has now provided the opener, but with 25 seconds, they'd already made up their mind that this one was over. They weren't counting on sAw getting away with this.
Oh, this is they're teetering back and forth. They're indecisive in this round. There's even knives out. There's knives out, and they fall. 2 down to the B site. UJUX has opened the carpet, the red carpet. They can't win.
They can't. They'd already decided to save. They weren't expecting this.
Suffering from success. And FaZe get given a freebie. That was so strange. They called it way ahead of time. sAw got them a 4v4 in middle. Around the regret. Going through a mid-smoke, Fearless on the follow-up. sAw just pop, and there's no one here. There's even a 3rd player a long way out. Rops needs help. Flashed by his teammate, the smoke comes in. sAw can call it off again, but they've actually slit the net. Look at Materials, round behind enemy lines. He's got Rops blind, but caught Rain from above inside of Library. 4 on 3. This is messy right now. sAw just mid-rounding, but they're coming up with the kills. Again, UJUX making things possible.
These individuals are just refusing to break under the pressure. Rops down in pit, meant to be the rock, but Story has overwhelmed him. 2v2 now. UJUX opened this up with a double kill over at long, but it's all teed up for Story. Boxed into a corner, Story burns! And Carrigan just barely by the skin of his teeth. Sigh of relief moment for FaZe Clan as they're still in this.
If he hadn't hit that jump, there's a chance that spray lands.
And sAw came here looking to achieve a dream. They don't want to be left with the harrowing nightmares of the game that could have been. 10-4 as this streak for FaZe Clan began. As sAw come through with a bit more investment, they're still trying to keep that pressure on. Rops over on short, gets run up by the MAC-10, and Rain cannot contain the top mid take. sAw are always in a position to battle into these rounds. But can they finally get this one past FaZe Clan? This is the round that puts sAw back to their winning ways.
Just grouped mid-hits, back-to-back rounds. Last time they walked through a smoke, this time they just go. And FaZe with some shaky aim. Brokey absolutely disappearing on this map right now. Irrelevant. One more stall on this B-bomb site. And sAw, akin to the last couple of rounds, just grouped and ready to explode. I don't think they even need to sweat.
The entire round hinges on these B players being able to withstand the sAw hit, at least go 1-for-1. Oh, and Carrigan's done more than that. Quick double kill. Frozen can't make his play, however. Both captains, multi-kills apiece, leave this in a 3-on-3. And as FaZe move in, everything is riding on this retake, on this 4-spy round. They lose Rain at the first hurdle. Brokey and Rops try to take up position, try to move in. First kill goes Brokey's way, but he won't get past Mutiris, who goes on a tear. Trying to be that man, that hero figure. Wasn't just always there for the Portuguese team, but helped get them onto match point in this opener. Rops, there's no time. And sAw are the ones on map point. FaZe Clan's map pick, and 6 chances, 6 opportunities to be 1 map away from a semi-final in Cologne.
Unbelievable. And as we said coming into Inferno, it's relatively unblemished. It's a pocket pick for FaZe. It should have been safe. It looks anything but. sAw walk the warpath, leaving Mongols, G2, and maybe FaZe in their wake. Upsets every step of the way, and no signs of stopping here. This is a horrible buy to be playing against map point. Frozen just trying to go for it. He might fall ahead of the flashbang. It pops behind him. He grabs a gun, spamming with a 5-7. They fearlessly chase him down. 4v4, and sAw don't want to pull the handbrake. As soon as that molly's up, they're going to go. Carrigan makes him question it. Smoke stops them for a few more seconds, but FaZe splitting up, will that be a benefit? sAw has been tearing this A site apart in the apps, and he's going to go back for more.
Oh dear, that's the red carpet rolled out. If they want to bring that bomb back around, it's only Brokey left on that side of the map. 6-14, a very quiet start to the playoffs for Brokey, and he's about to have the entirety of sAw coming his way.
The site's even been taken by a solo man. There's just no fear for sAw right now, and Brokey simply does not have the weaponry for this fight. Spamming the smoke is all he can hope for, but they will chase him down and try and close this map clean.
sAw 2 kills away from stealing this map out from under FaZe. Carrigan is doing what he can to bring them back in. Carrigan and Robs, quite the duo to deal with. Carrigan fast up through the short side, goes looking, goes hunting for the route back in, trying to deny sAw match point. Oh, and they can't manage it. Ujax, a rock all game long. Not crumbling under the lights. An ethereal start to the playoffs for sAw. Will this be their cathedral of dreams, as they are now one map away from a semi-final appearance?
Hi guys, subscribe to sAw YouTube. That's a big brain move. So make sure to subscribe and become a better player. Your turn.
Make sure to not miss the upshot and press the mouse one button on the subscribe button.
Headshot, subscribe.
Heading into this second map, it's sAw's pick. And if they come into it with the same tenacity, the same fight that they did to open up this series, FaZe have got a real question posed to them. Do they have what it takes to answer back? Out towards main they go. Roman and sAw make quick work of the first man in. But there's Rops and Carrigan cooking up something here for FaZe Clan. They've got to get past this final player. And Frozen brings it back. 1v1. The young veteran versus the captain. Mutiriz looks to make a move now. Frozen's called his bluff, commits to that bomb plant. Mutiriz the one left on the clock. And so finally, to open up this second map, something goes FaZe's way. It's Frozen in the 1v2. Yeah, you're dead on about the falling to an underdog on stage, because that was always FaZe's essentially whole identity. This team boiled down to, sure, they might struggle through the groups, but when you put them on a stage, they're a whole different beast. And if they lose that moniker, if sAw end up being the ones to strip that away, can FaZe withstand that? Does that destroy this squad?
Well, that's a devastating deagle connecting to the head of Rain through a smoke. He was the entry man, the one man to rely on Inferno, and now they are falling apart again. FaZe with a couple of rifles, low HP, sAw, pitter-patter pistols pushing and prodding at FaZe, and they're removing them from the round one by one. 2v4 now, and a flank that bears no fruit for Rops. Frozen has to pick them off this site.
Frozen's been tasked with another very tricky round, and it doesn't look like FaZe even want to attempt it. They're writing this off right now. They're giving sAw that immediate reply to open up the second map. The force by landing is stuck. A chanced eagle from Ujax.
Safe to say, we can never count out FaZe. We can never write off this team. But just as safe to say that they were absent from the first map. No individuals, a melted Frozen. I don't know if Carrigan can save this team. Not right now. It might be out of his hands.
All right, that's not a bad way for this to open. Robs might have got on record saying, I'm not a donk, I'm not a Zywoo, I didn't choose to be a star, but he is not given the choice in this matchup. FaZe needs someone with that star quality, and Rops starts this off with a double kill. He's put FaZe in with a fighting chance here. Rain, good realization that space has opened up. They spot that A player come back out through camera. And so Rain takes it in his stride. Molly going to force him off the angle, force him to concede that space that they worked for early.
They're so slow, they don't even have to commit, but sAw don't seem convinced by this one player in main, and FaZe are still walking the rest of the way until the util makes it clear.
Mutiri's waited here for a long while, but he's been spotted over in the heavens now. A site taken by FaZe Clan. They make good on that room that Rops opens up and that Rain is so quick to take, and sAw might be left out of this one with no chance to launch the retake. If FaZe don't give them a reason to go for it, then it looks like they never will. This is a very respectful start from both these teams to the second map.
Yeah, I was going to say, we saw some similar rounds from sAw, even that 2v4/4v4 that they threw away with the advantage on Inferno, where they want to be respectful to see if sAw can get away with playing aggressive setups on CT side of Anubis. Or FaZe's slow defaulting will squeeze sAw dry. That's a great flash, but sAw does a lot of damage with a Mac-10, and the mid-split goes nowhere. It's up to the second lurk as FaZe throwing that util on the A site. Frozen activates.
This is a really awkward way for it to start for FaZe. They went out, they sought the fights in middle and over towards A, and you get out. One kill found, you lose the mid lurk. Well, now you don't have a lot of real estate left to work with. Frozen and Rops are the two that are trying to make something happen, and as Rops, low on health, is able to strike one from the tally over in main. Pressure's right back on for sAw. They're grouped over here in mid. It's Roman and Mutiri's.
Oh, this peak timing for Brokey is everything. Is Roman going to try and go and clear this with Mutiri? He's got full nades. He's walking in, and he gets away with absolute murder. Nades out. Brokey chasing him down, but he burns in the fire. 40 seconds. Rops has got to clutch up.
7 kills deep already for Rops. Low on health throughout most of this round, but he waits. And patience is a virtue. The reluctant star shines bright for FaZe Clan. But it was on that CT side that you saw sAw playing with real confidence. They were constantly smoke pushing, they were blindsiding FaZe, and it might have taken Karrigan and Neo a map to warm up to that being the style that gets bought out here in the Lanxess from sAw, but now they're ready for it. And we're getting a bit of a slower pace. Now they're trying to upset that in this round. They're trying to change the nature of this T side by coming through with aggression, but it's not panned out. Karrigan can't bail them out of this over in middle. And so sAw cook up the response when the guns come back out.
As soon as we set up this slow pace for FaZe, they go for an explosive A split, and it gets absolutely torn apart. Great AWP setup. Through the smoke comes Rops again, looking to be the hero here for FaZe in a 2v5, and with a position gained, with no one in the site, you can't count FaZe out. Give them a chance. Give them an inch. They'll take a mile. Frozen getting set up very deep as well. And sAw, enough util, enough manpower to make it work, but they've got to go together.
Frozen, they know where he is now. Won't be an easy time the second time around on that as Rops gets taken out. They run at Frozen. No respect paid from sAw.
Seeing a more impactful game out of Story. It's not like he went quiet on Inferno, but he wasn't really required over that previous map. Well, here, there's a lot of fights. There's a lot of options for an AWP on the CT side, and Brokey, with a CT smoke down in front of him, is able to pick him out of con.
This is some very active lurk work as well from Rops on the other side of the map. So often you'll see this guy sitting up over towards the rugs, waiting for aggression out of the CTs, but he's really tried to keep his finger to the pulse here. Team Flash as Brokey looks to move in, wants to capitalize. It feels like that flashbang might have been the thing that hurt Rops the most, delays him to the fight. And another missed shot from Brokey as FaZe try to join their offer. They'll get jammed up. sAw shut down the A play, and it's only Frozen left standing. Moments of brilliance from him to open up in the pistol. Have had clutches delivered from Rops. Big moments starting to come through for FaZe Clan with 50 seconds. Frozen, he's not given up hope on this round yet.
It's just a very hard clear, and actually Ujux goes back to play with his team, so he's just wasting more and more time here. Frozen would love that early 1v1, and meanwhile sAw clear out more positions. This only boxes Frozen further in, and they'll come for the throat together. A 3-2-1 and a third round taken for sAw on this CT side.
I mean, Frozen was attempting that. We all saw it. We all know what we were looking at. He was trying to build into that 1v3. That's a real confidence-boosting moment for sAw, where you don't only stop the all-in A take, but then you knock Frozen out before the clutch even gets interesting.
It's the grouped play for sAw that's so exciting. They were doing it Inferno T-side right, 5 up banana, 5 up or 4 up through middle.
So FaZe, what have they got up their sleeve?
Hyper important round for FaZe. If they fall here, this is going to be another dominant opening half for the Portuguese.
Fast aggro out towards main. sAw want to change the pace here. They're coming for the real estate of Rops. They're coming for his throne. Util out. Oh, and Rops peeks off the back of it. Not an easy man to punish. Are they ready for Rujerks? Rain slacks on the peak, but there's the kill. Swinging it wide.
These flashes are almost disastrous for FaZe, and they already have been. But just in time to make sAw blind. FaZe find a 5v3. All in all, should be as close as it gets to unlosable. FaZe are still on their default. They've got so many nades, and sAw are yet to group, which honestly is their best bet. Ahead of the smoke, trying to pick a player out. Story gives it a go, but that all sings. And so FaZe go elsewhere. And this is a reasonable gamble for sAw to make, but it's one that might just force a save if FaZe continue on their warpath.
8-4, that would be fantastic for FaZe Clan. Great return to form. It's just about getting there now. And sAw, they've certainly slowed with some of these aggressive moves on the CT side, so they felt like they're flying blind in a lot of these rounds. You wonder if you might try and get some aggression going in the mid-round here for sAw. Story tested on that AWP. Nice flick down, finds Rops. Oh, any more from the man? Story doubles. And FaZe in trouble as they're left up. 2v4 out through main. It's Brokey leading the charge. Barreling through. Behind him is Frozen. That's secured them the plant. That's given them the chance. And now it's in Frozen and Brokey's hands to deliver. The rest of FaZe look on. Brokey given his weapon a choice. Here's that second player and has him reined in back at main. Just Roman left and not for long. FaZe didn't have this fight in them earlier. But that's the beauty of FaZe Clan. Never count them out. 2v4 put forward.
And you can see that piecing together as soon as Materius gives them a chance. FaZe take space, they take stock, they take your guns and they take your round. Better late than never for FaZe.
And now they're starting to go FaZe's way. That can completely change the nature of these games. It's a force buy for sAw down the tail end of this half. And with Brokey on the boost, they're curious about Lower. He's going to get given a chance here. They throw that util across. Story's scoped in. I think he might even be holding for this exact boost, but as they walk up close to this smoke, Story, that was nearly the golden chance. Instead, they're going to get caught. Oh my God, it's a whirlwind. 2 quick kills come through from Rain and Rops, and suddenly FaZe are right back in this. You thought sAw had just made a round-winning move there. One to recover the CT half. But so quickly, the tides have changed. FaZe still in the driving seat. Can they get past sAw in middle? Yes, they can.
And they've called him over. They've completely bluffed him. Robs has just cleared open the B-bomb site. Hearing that rotation, and Rain's quick stick should solidify 8 at the half unless Materius has a gap. Robs is playing very aggressive. This is given a 1v1, but Rain closes and FaZe wake up in this series. It took them a whole map and then some, but they're here to play in the Cathedral.
As FaZe Clan roar back to life on Anubis.
Yeah, and it's FaZe have dealt with the highest highs, the lowest lows. They've been around the block before, and they'll be there again. Can sAw meet them in this series on a second map? It doesn't look good. Rain slaughters a triple entry, and sAw come pouring into the site, but there's almost no one left and no ammo for sAw. Puts FaZe in pole position off a pistol.
And if there ever was a display of confidence in a pistol round, it's that one from FaZe.
All the makings of a banger. Unless sAw can stop us from ever getting there, it relies on this round.
You have to acknowledge that they're playing versus a FaZe that are more switched on now. A FaZe that are calming, that are flowing with each other.
Doesn't get better than that.
And there's a surprise opener from Brokey found over at main. Oh no, Carrigan had them right where he wanted them. Info on 2 players out through middle. And even a kill from the captain of FaZe Clan. There's Mutiriz with the reply. That's opened up the route to the A play. Ujerks locks down mid. That bomb makes its way over. FaZe left a man down. They've got to weigh up the options here. Do they want to go for this retake? It's weighted on this kill in middle, and with Rain picking it up, they throw themselves into the waiting guns of sAw. And now he has to concede. He's got to give this one up. sAw stick the landing in their first rifle round, and that's in spite of going a man down early on. Out towards middle they go. sAw with a lot of control over here in middle. And no one nearby for FaZe. They start to come back now. Brokey.
So scary.
And Rops double layered to try and deal with this. But first kill connects for Ujerks. Rops got to have hot feet to get himself out of this one. And Story. Quick work made of the double A hold. Mutiriz holding on for the backstab, low on health, but still knocking FaZe players out of the round. Rain tries his hand next. But no match for Christopher Fernandez on that A hold. FaZe once more look to save, and it is denied.
Oh, how many rounds are we getting in this series where sAw's crosshair placement is perfect and FaZe just walk in to a waiting headshot? How deep does this rabbit hole go for Mutiriz and Roman, who have sought this stage for years? FaZe, they've been here for years. Carrigan's going nowhere. 2 kills in middle from the captain of FaZe, and a reminder of what sAw are up against.
They traded 2 for the space taken in middle. That's really the only window they've been given here by FaZe Clan, and even then, more concessions have got to be made, and FaZe know that. They start to try and take some liberties. Double aggress down towards Dark. It's just these A players.
Brutal.
Story opens on that AWP. Rops lies in wait as the second man, the second punch of FaZe Clan. Can he stop this? Spots Arosdos. They've got a beat on him now. They've got their bearings, but Rops might be able to slip out. Decides to hang around, and with good reason. Double up from Rops, leaves it just on Story. Rops stands the test of time.
What a tournament for Rops. I mean, he saved FaZe in that group game against Liquid. That map of Mirage, he was everywhere. Always re-peaking, always an extra player. Top of the board. Of course, you can't win a game like that without everyone having their moments, but Rops has brought that into the playoffs after waning performances this year.
This is the last proper chance they will have of making some magic happen on Anubis. Ujerks out into middle. Hell of an opener. Sees the leg of Rops, but can't get past him. Rest of sAw remain grouped. They play it together. They give Ujerks the room in mid to try and shuffle this defense around. And he's succeeded in that goal. Roman walking out. The rest of the gang try to move through Dark. Rain goes toe-to-toe with Roman. And Frozen looks to give this up, but he can't escape in time.
They've got the sight, they've got everything they want. They just need to get that bomb down quick because flanks are materializing on 2 sides. FaZe close that net, trap sAw in a box, but Arosdos has got the spot. Does he want to commit to this? They can fight on another side. He's going to give it a second try. Rob spotted again, just getting stalled out. The AWP, he peeks from the site, and sAw kill everyone on rotation. All the info in the world. Rops can't even attempt this round.
He's got to give it up. He's got to run away. Rops is out of there, and sAw. FaZe wanting to open up with a bit of aggression. They want to try and take the fights in B main. Roman awaits them, but the flash is good. What still? Ujax! How has he done that? Oh no, that's a disaster. FaZe try and set the precedent, try and make the move. Someone's got to bail them out here. That Brokey AWP's done what it can. Mutiriz makes his move out through dark now, secures control over the site. They lob the bomb into him. Carrigan, look at the move. Carrigan. Look at the move from Carrigan. The captains clash and Carrigan wins the bout. FaZe from dire straits. A horrible opening. They found a route back in. sAw now are the ones who have got to reply. Backstab, locked out. Arostos, welcome to Cologne. That double kill tees them up. Gap keeps closing. FaZe are running out of room.
They are on their back and sAw are just wailing punches right now. No money. A 3v5 almost pulled back, but beautiful anti-flash work for Ujax. And Arostos closes in the heat of battle.
The team that's whole identity centers around being big stage players. FaZe might be used to being favorites on stages, but they don't frequently play the underdogs as steep as this one. So catching FaZe off balance. This series continues on. Roman flashed off a main. This time there's no heroics. Ujax might not be able to bail them out. Story arrives just in time. They concede that long control. They're stacked up heavy over towards B right now. If sAw wanted to change the nature of this round, suddenly try and divert, they've pulled so many FaZe players to the other side of the map.
This is a stressful round. sAw don't know where FaZe are going. They might be aggressing on the back line. They have to reset, go back and check. FaZe will re-aggress, but it's elsewhere. On double digits, on the edge of a third map, but it might be stripped away at the final hour.
There's been trades for every single one of these. No one taking that advantage yet, but Mutiriz could be the one, could be the guy. Calls that across. Story's ready for the peek out in middle. FaZe are not in the right place. Carrigan is going to try and save this. He's got Rain in with him. Duo as old as time itself, some say, as Rain and Carrigan swing out mid. They've got Ujax down in a box, but they're not able to find him. They instead battle forward. They look ahead, they look to the side take. That missed smoke, will it cost sAw dearly? Will that be FaZe's route right back in as the doors were destined to close? Mutiriz can't hold on. Rain and Carrigan battle back for FaZe. Just Story, one man left to beat. And Story wasting the time, wasting the clock down, can't lock it in. FaZe, they rely on the old gods of Carrigan and Rain.
Wait! Oh.
And the big question will now be asked of this sAw squad. They've demonstrated tremendous gumption. They've come in with tenacity. They've not looked scared. But now you get asked, do they have the resilience of a championship team? Do they have the ability to roll with the punches? 4-on-4. As sAw look to set their sights on the A play, they encounter something new. That Ropsort bears down upon them.
Oh, careful.
And Brokey, sure, misses the shot, but goes unpunished. Mutiriz going to catch him. Carrigan's on with the backstab, trying once more to be that hero for FaZe Clan.
The bomb stuck out. He's got to go back.
Waits for Roman. Waits for Roman. Mutiriz now strikes. 10 years playing together, this is what it does. They trust each other, but it's not enough.
FaZe disturb sAw's slumber. This has gone from a dream to a nightmare.
Subscribe to ESL CS.
Ooh, they're going to try come in with a bit of misdirection in this pistol. Roman, that looks awkward. Pressure gets to him. Getting wrapped on, it's too much to bear, but for Ujerks and Story, they've still got an impression to leave.
Oh no!
Mutierrez in with the backstab, and this pistol at a strong start for FaZe, but it's quickly crumbled, and now breaks down entirely.
The idea was there. The idea was absolutely there for FaZe, showing the bomb outside, forcing sAw out of position, but pulling the wool over this team's eyes, easier said than done. They know this is a possibility as FaZe clear out the hallways below. That leaves a gaping hole at ramp.
And that could very much be FaZe's route in.
Now they know there's a player B.
Yeah, that bomber to make it down lower somehow. Are they ready for Ujerks, who lies in wait here? Manages to sneak past them. Kills come in the meantime, and Ujerks only just gets spotted now. But an awkward spot to be in. Brokey runs him down. Story arrives here quickly, maybe faster than FaZe expect. But Carrigan, head on a swivel. Bids bye-bye to that AWP, and Mutierrez is left too far away to play into this round. So you don't have to wait long to see what FaZe can bring to this T side. A fresh face in their first rifle round.
A clear game plan for FaZe. The outside smokes land once more. And the cross will be relatively undisturbed. The nade is only a fake out for sAw. No one's fighting outside. They're allowing FaZe to cross the secret into Story's AWP.
Oh, that's a lovely shot found for Story.
FaZe rightly cool it off. They can do it just a little bit later. They need a ramp pick first.
Ujerks had to make concessions over at ramp. That could open a route in. Mutierrez back at garage. Oh, they're not able to get to him in time. Brokey only dawns on him just a little too late. So Mutierrez continues the success for sAw. FaZe are down to 2. Rops dinked the first time he shows his head out through the door. And this round's going nowhere quickly with the bomb down out in the yard. FaZe, they concede. They give this one over. And so that AWP combined with Mutierrez out in the garage is enough for sAw to keep that lead.
And sAw are not a team that often even start with a player in secret, drop players lower. They love these upper stacks, they love these ramp stacks.
FaZe are content with the control they've gained here.
They're parking Rops. They don't even have to commit to B. And meanwhile, sAw is scrambling. They're desperate, putting pressure on that lower site. Carrigan walks through a smoke a little bit too soon. FaZe go to the backup plan, plan B.
Yeah, he was talking a lot as he died. It looked like Carrigan there kind of caught up in microing the round and directing the rest of the team. Ends up walking blindly to his death. So with the goal of getting this info to try and play in through ramp. So now they move down. Ujerks and Roman have been here since the round started. Now they hear that util. It's no secret anymore where FaZe are trying to end up. Ujerks last time in this position was awkward for him. This time, never even given the chance to go as Rain bears down upon the rotates. sAw sent packing.
And that's that FaZe BS welcoming into map 3. What a sequence from Rain.
Wayne.
Yeah. He's going hunting as well, knowing this AWP has to save.
All right.
He tried.
Oh, God. Letting it get a little expensive here right down the stretch as they go hunting. They wanted to remove that AWP. As good as Rain's movement was, it wasn't enough to get him past that AWP. FaZe have still managed to level the playing field here, though, and the reason why they were trying so hard to remove that AWP is it's all sAw bring with them into this round.
Yeah, I would trust in like a Brokey on the CT side in this round, or surrounded by pistols, but I think Story, even if he's looking for opening kills, I haven't seen anything from him to suggest he can win this round solo. As FaZe can cross deep deeper than traditionally, not just going for secret. That molly pushes Materis back, that gives FaZe everything they want. The steps are heard, but they're coming in through the smoke.
Oh, Roman. Oh my, they've walked right by him. Roman's got to activate now, and he will! Quick double, withstands it, but not enough. Maybe not enough to win this round for sAw. He gets that multi-kill, you think you're onto a winner, but there's some punishing util up into the heavens. Bomb plant coming in, Frozen and Rops. Do they have what it takes? Rops thinks so. Quick flick back down, but so many more to deal with, and he gets overwhelmed.
That's lovely to see for sAw. They actually don't let FaZe establish post plants. They don't let FaZe get comfortable. As soon as that player crawls up the vent, everyone pushes heaven together. Broky's not bought any util, expect to play. This is what Rops was doing the other round. He'll just go storming out the door to no avail.
Considering that play's been 2 rounds in the making now, that is really not the result that FaZe Clan wanted. And I think, you know, one of the things that sAw worked on in that play break was putting more trust in the individuals. Because that's what it really felt like they'd lost since that blowout back of the major. Oof. So you have this rigid T-side put forward from FaZe Clan, but will that break under the stress, under the pressure? sAw, they can withstand this one. They move up in a pole position. You've just got to stop this A push. Flashes rain in. FaZe start to move into this top site, but Arastos does not want to give them an easy path, does not want to give them an easy route back into this T-side. Last second vent drop. The order of the day for Rops as he makes it down lower. God. Awkward on the door. No smoke down now for him to play around, and there's the backstab in for Story. Rops left up alone, a hostile lower sight as all of sAw bear down upon him, and there's no room to breathe. So many squads have found themselves underestimating what sAw are capable of on this map. Could FaZe be another name added to that list? Karrigan doesn't seem to think so. He thinks he's got what it takes. 2 quick kills from the captain of FaZe Clan. And that's the script flipped on this round as just Story and Ujerks remain. That AWP locked out.
What a beautiful move for Karrigan. Delayed up a hit, and that extra flash gives him all the info, sets him up.
Karrigan says to the rest of the boys, that's what I mean when I say fast play into the top site. 2 rounds in a row now, they've attempted it both times. The results have not been there.
No AWP for you. And that's a backbreaker, a money wrecker for FaZe.
Called that into question, and so a lot of the util for sAw is spent early in the round.
High flashes outside already as well, expecting maybe a pop through the smoke, another break. sAw have been doing it a lot, but they've not gone for the gunfights. Main smoke, Rain with a hard clear in a position that sAw have utilized a lot, and look at the space that Rain has taken. With Frozen being spotted, sAw may think that's the deepest player of FaZe, but they're going to learn the ugly truth that Rain is in your spawn right now. Oh. Supported by Frozen. Bit by bit, you would like to think that FaZe would start running amok, but there's a team kill at the end of things, and Brokey makes his matters worse. He's backstabbed up secret, and one by one, FaZe crumble under the pressure of this force.
This was FaZe's best chance to win out on the T side. Suddenly, it's all on Karrigan. Opened up that last round with a double kill that teed up FaZe. But can he do it once more? This time, 1 on 3, 30 seconds. Karrigan, the hive mind of FaZe Clan, left wanting as that clutch comes up short. A TK in the mix. The battle comes within for FaZe Clan as sAw move into pole position on the back of that force buy.
I can't believe Ujerks essentially gets away with a double kill here. Forces Brokey's shot. That's a disastrous way for FaZe to lose a round where they had so much control over the money and position in the round. Less and less work, less and less positives for FaZe as rounds have gone on. sAw have had those secret rotates quick, and they've been happy to fight for it.
Much more up-tempo out in the yard this time. Call for that pace change. Will this come through? But the smokes have missed.
Yeah.
They're going to have to drop that second one on the fly. Rops is deep in at ramp. Might get rewarded the opener, but Ujax able to deal with him. That is a gnarly flick to hit, and you've dealt with the lurker. Don't have to worry about the back line no more.
It's a close spam.
Mutiris, this is a wild reposition. Leaves him out in the open for back turn. Thinks a flash is coming. Ends up getting embarrassed. Roman plays to contain. Ujax already drops on down. They last saw this guy in at ramp. And now it's just Brokey. They are chasing him. They want this over and done with. And at the end of that first half, all roads lead back to Roman as he's topping the charts to win out the CT side for sAw. Robs displaced in at ramp, rotate down straight away. Pressure is on for the Ropsicle and he gets overwhelmed. Frozen now takes his place in at the double doors. Strong position for FaZe to hold as sAw try to turn around and get away. They go right into Carrigan. The looming death from the Dane at ramp, and there's Brokey to lend that helping hand.
Who's even questioned why the community have such high expectations. Well, games like these are why. He will be required on the ramp side if FaZe are to take this map. And they won't have to wait long to test him.
Awkward timing on the turnaround, but Rops only on that SMG still. Good for the openers. Tease FaZe up for a round right here, and sure, they give up the ramp room. They'll hand that one over, but they take all the extremities here to FaZe Clan. You don't have the lobby. You can't cross CT. That only leaves you with one option if you're sAw. Down into the belly of the beast. Down into this lower site where they face off Be Frozen on that early rotation. If they can get past Frozen, top performer right now for FaZe alongside Rops, anything's possible. But with him winning that first fight, the box starts to shrink for sAw. They are trapped in this site. Backs against the wall. They have to scrap for the win here. Captain Mutiris, can he do it? 2 kills connect, but they know where he is now. It's not a guessing game, it's an aimer's game. Mutiris, 31 years old, looks to leave his impression in the lag says, one more! Oh!
Mind melting from Mutiris.
Or will sAw ride on the wings of this momentum brought out from their captain in the second half? That's what we're about to find out. Hero Gun saved forward at the end of that last round, and sAw looking like they want to try another fast-paced pay into this top site. Carrigan face-to-face with Roman, sneaks on past him. In with the backstab now, but they're aware. They deal with it. Ramp room take. Frozen to get past, not the one you're used to seeing here, but it's just the one and done.
I can't believe they catch Carrigan, but can they stop Brokey? He is so quick on that rotation. Already down in the depths of B, and Roman holds for aggression. Any information play FaZe attempt could leave them another man down, and this bomb is coming back. Roman just gets sidelined by Rain, and he goes on to find a dink. This is a clutch that won't come through for Mutiris. And there is just almost no util left in the round for either team. FaZe can't block anything anymore, and sAw have to rely on the entry power and maybe a couple of well-placed flashes. Use that molly while you still can. It's the last one in the round. Rain can't put out the fire. Calls for support from Brokey. Gets set up in a power position on this B bomb site, and Brokey, of course, aggressive as ever, should pluck one from the ranks. Missed shot out of nowhere. They run him down. down.
Oh.
Another no-scope for Brokey. It lets him down, and Rain gets a haircut on the B site. 5v3, sAw explode, and FaZe deflate.
Going to try and save here, but that means you've got to get past Roman, you've got to get past this last man. He's knocked out one of the guns, and now they want to try and remove Rops's. He's on straight up evasion, and Story goes knocking. Lead maintained for sAw.
Brutal.
And so while this could have been the way back in for FaZe, instead it's a rude awakening. No money on the CT side. One gun brought forward on Rain, and he makes his move, he makes his play, he removes Mutiris from the round. Right now, sAw, not a clear picture of what this buy is looking like, and so they might have to play slow here. They might have to respect these pistols just a little bit. You don't want to feel like you give FaZe Clan a way back in.
Yeah, Rain's just spamming smokes. Don't let him do this. sAw need to reset, chill out, because Rain has done hundreds of damage to begin this round, and Karrigan's in the back.
He'd embarked on this a long time ago, but that's an awkward timing found there. He at least doesn't go down. They're going to be constantly looking over their shoulder as they try to get out into this top site. Rain, he has been the problem. A chance of Rain on sAw's parade as he sits back at the main side with 2 kills to his name already. If he can find a third here, the round's wide open. Guns have now been retrieved. Rain's teed them up. Damage done, sure. Bomb plant in at lower.
Oh my god.
Ujerk's just trying to delay these rotates, buy those lower players as much time as he can, but only a few seconds. FaZe grab the guns, but getting down the vent, they can't do it. They don't have a kit. Karrigan would have to nail the landing and strike instantly here, and he can't get past Arostos.
Such a hard fight, but one you feel he had to give a go. Had to attempt a round for FaZe, but again, despite Rain's best efforts, this round falls by the wayside. sAw pick up more and more momentum on the T half. Is this really happening? A roster that never gives up. Do they have what it takes?
Onslaught a util to open up this round. sAw anticipate a change on the back of that pause, and so look what they do with Roman. Fast drop down to lower. He's going to be facing off against Rops. Can't quite get the better of him.
Great timing. If a step is made, it gives up the aim of the game. Until that point, FaZe have to earn this knowledge, and they're doing so right now. Ramp clear as Rops comes down. He can't commit inward. They're already coming out the door. Rops needs to be clinical, pristine even. 2 kills in the round, and his team set up to clutch.
Karrigan dead on that first point of rotation, but hold on! sAw might have not had the manpower, but they've got the firepower. Arostos hurt in the vent, but a missed shot! Arostos! He's going for the win! Frozen backs up! He says, we can't go for it! I can't win this! And so sAw, their golden opportunity, their dream run, is 1 round from reality. And even then, the save is not guaranteed. Arostos is ruthless.
2 unbelievable rounds where Rops 5v3s and sAw still find a way. It was the Mutiris clutch. Now everyone pulls their weight on that lower side. And it is slipping through FaZe's fingers, fumbled at the finale of map 3. 3 events, may now be 4, that FaZe haven't made it past the quarterfinals, and sAw want to end it with a bang.
Straight out into the vent, through the top side. They play with speed, they play with momentum, bravado, confidence. It's all flowing for sAw. Let's hope they don't get ahead of themselves here. These MP9 rounds versus FaZe Clan are a tricky beast. It's a 3v5 again. sAw, it's no free route into the semi-finals. They have to earn it. They have to stake their claim to the Lancers right now. And a Story rotates away. That one's picked up for free. Ujerk's Arostos the young guns, the ones who did it all back in the group. Arostos, will this be his defining moment? Edge of the smoke, he calls their bluff, and Carrigan replies, get out of B, there's still fight left in FaZe.
Did Liquid die for nothing? Can FaZe make overtime?
It's the team whose reputation is solely staked around their ability to perform on the big stages versus a sAw that are getting a little shakier, more nervous with each moment that passes. To be so close to that goal, that dream that they set themselves all those years ago. Only to have FaZe finding a second wind right at the end. That turns up the pressure, that turns up the tension. Carrigan holding on at door. Spam comes through once again for Carrigan. So now we look to the story orb, hoping that a story is gone untold here, and that in their final hour he can be their path to salvation. Arostos and Mutiris out alongside him.
Oh, it's fake steps. Now FaZe in the back of their head, they think a player's playing for
Carrigan's
heaven. They go for the info, they go for the fight, they go for the kill. Carrigan whiff though. They almost chase him down and escape back to the safety of B site. And top is held for only a moment, waiting for that flash, but not long enough. They drop in, they trade out, and FaZe stand up. Back-to-back rounds, and 2 more from bonus play.
You had 4 chances to close this game out. You had 4 opportunities to lock in the semi-finals. But you don't have to give FaZe much for them to capitalize. Robs, he said he's not Donk, he's not Zywoo, not Simple. Here's Robs! Baptized in the fires of competition! Remember who he is! Remember the name! FroZen will close! Overtime secured!
And sAw make their way down as a stack. Oh my goodness. Blind leading the blind. What does this B site entail?
FroZen on the jump check, gonna get the info. Calls for that rotation. Robs and FroZen, it's a terrifying duo to run into down here at lower. Swing wide from FroZen, that gets punished, but still they've got Robs left to worry about. Oh. He's been spotted, he's been seen, they know about him, and Ujax gonna knock out the point man. Deal with that one lone player that could have really complicated the round. But now these pushes are coming in. Bomb plant gets denied in that kill there. Carrigan gets activated, but just for 1. Brokey has to fly solo. Haven't had those big Brokey rounds thus far. Will this be where he gets on the board? Given a chance at the fight, but nothing materializes for Brokey's AWP. Yeah, he's held at window. They've given him the info with that shot there. Knows where both players are, but he can't respond. Ujax, huge first round in overtime. Right as everything's peaking.
As is often the case, hit the first in overtime after FaZe drag us there.
Mutiris making a move here. He's already gotten past the player in main. Oh no! Carrigan shined up! Mutiris and Ujax swing in tandem. Brokey dead in the vent, not today! And Robs runs for those hills.
They've won the crowd. Can they win the round to take them to a clean half? It's another upper pass. FroZen traded after 1, and Carrigan fires smoke, everything. He disappears inside of it. 2v4 now, and they just go for the throw again. Story jumping in, jumping out. He gets a chance to escape. A second lease on life, perhaps. FaZe, that nade, if it landed in hard, that would have been an open season for Carrigan. Instead, they await the flank, but they can't flick in time, and FaZe get their 1 round, which we know is enough.
Perfect. Compact. So go for top sticky again.
Push compact.
It's all good, boys. Focus on this one. Think what you wanna do. Okay, let's go. Let's get this one.
What do you want to do?
FaZe trying to stay focused amidst the madness sAw have brought to this series. And it's FaZe throwing in an upper exec, couple of missed bits of util, not the end of the world. They're far from committing. It's Carrigan lurking outside who gets cleared aggressively. Story's all bombarded with grenades. He needs to pick another player. Finding one, Rain denies. sAw still sit, a man up.
Ujerx, this is not an easy position, low on health. He's one shot from certain death, but Ujerx dishes out that first killing blow. Gonna flash himself out, gives himself a little bit more room to work with now. And here come his teammates. And that's the strength of this sAw squad. The team play, the synergy between them. And it's too much for FaZe. Rain's out on an island. Mutiras has the backstab. What is Rain supposed to do? Tries to make his move, but they swing. They throw him off. They toy with Rain.
But it still leaves us wanting. sAw with a statement, and one round will do it. 4 kills will do it. Rops goes through a smoke, but the ramp room holds no treasures in this round.
sAw for Portugal, this would feel monumental. A potential historic win here. Quarterfinals were the furthest you've ever seen a team go like this, and now eyeing up the semis. They're 4 kills away from it. Can they keep their cool? Can they maintain the composure that got them to this point in the first place? Frozen's opened. Roma doesn't know where to look. Just one from Ujerx out in main. Story moves in, open this round on that AWP. Looking to try and get that kill that sends them back in for the retake, but nothing is given, nothing is gained. FaZe will not make this easy. Time is fast ticking away.
They're gonna go last second.
They want to call FaZe's bluff here. Trying to move in right as that timer expires. Missed shot for Story, now the only hope, and he's got to run away. If FaZe let him, put some distance between him and this lost round. FaZe Clan demonstrating that they are resilient.
That's a sensory overload on the top site. Neither player knows where to look. A layered split, main hut door, FaZe are everywhere. They're right behind you. And sAw don't know where to look. But you give FaZe that one shot. I doubt they drop the ball. So can sAw avoid ever getting to that disaster state? Break, nade, Rain with an entry. They rely once again on Mutiras.
He kickstarted this whole dream with that insane clutch up round down at lower. They're asking even more of the captain here. They're asking even more from Mutiras. And he's up for the task, up for the job, delivers them an even odds 3-on-3. Can sAw capitalize? Is this the moment? Does it once again take the captain to tee them up for the win? sAw might dream no more. Brokey drops down lower. And Ujerx gives chase. They are ahead of him. They are all over him. Brokey has been anything but dependable here in these clutch moments. And if he falls down, that's the end of the line for FaZe in the Lanxes. He hears the rotates, he hears the footsteps getting closer. And sAw dream no more. Almost 15 years in the making, a journey that has taken a lifetime.